Hi everyone. Okay. Um, so I'm recording this on my phone. I started recording this lecture on my iPad and I got about 20 minutes into what would have probably been like 25 minutes worth, and the camera just shut off. I was like, well, that's weird. And then I went to check and it didn't even save the video, so I had to start all over again. So hopefully the quality is okay on this. I'm seeing what the fuck's up. I'm seeing what's up with my iPad, and then hopefully I can use it. Like the video quality is better and everything, but hopefully this works. This should work for now. I just want to make sure I get this video uploaded. Okay, hopefully this goes well. Anyway, okay, so this is the video for the syllabus. Hopefully, just like with the previous videos, you have this video pulled up and then you have the syllabus next to you, like on your computer screen. You should be able to find the syllabus in two parts in the Canvas shell. So if you go on the left-hand side where it says syllabus, you'll find it there. And then also if you go into files, there's a folder labeled syllabus and you'll find it in there. So have that pulled up here, and then so when I'm looking off screen, just like with the other videos, when I'm looking off screen, I'm looking at, because I have it pulled up on my laptop right in front of me. Okay, so we'll go through this pretty much, section by section, so you get all the important stuff out of this. And my AC kicked on a second ago. I don't know. The iPad never really picked that sound up, so I'm hoping the phone does it. I don't know, guys. Hopefully this is good. Okay, so the syllabus. So let's see, you know my name already, Alicia. So this class, so it is online, but at least like on my end, when I log into my CSN and look at my courses that I'm teaching, it still has this listed as like a Wednesday, still has a day and a time. So I'm assuming that maybe not, and you obviously have the option, but I'm assuming maybe you set aside Wednesday evenings to work on this. Or maybe you let work know, like maybe you were hoping this would be on campus and it wasn't, so you told work, I need Wednesday nights off or something, whatever. I'm kind of just working with that, like this is a Wednesday, once a week class, so the course schedule and the dates kind of go by that. But in reality, if I upload stuff on Mondays and you don't want to work on it on Wednesdays, you want to work it on Fridays, like that, obviously that's up to you guys. Just, keep or pay attention to like due dates and stuff is the only thing. Okay, so email, how to reach me. CSN email is fine. Canvas email or Canvas messaging. So if you're in the Canvas and you look on the left-hand side of the screen, it'll say inbox. If you go to that, there should be a section to, create message. If you start typing my name in, I should pop up and then you can send me a message. In fact, if you have like a quick question you just want a quick answer to, send it to me through Canvas messaging, because I have that linked to my phone, so I would get it right away. And unless I'm like in a location where I don't have like service or something, I'll be able to respond pretty much right away. But the CSN email is fine as well. Also, if you want more of a face-to-face interaction with me, I get sometimes maybe you have a really long detailed question, and instead of like writing it all out in a paragraph long email, it might just be easier just to have a one-on-one with me. You can just message me and let me know. I can give you my Skype handle, and we could do like a 10-minute meeting or 20-minute meeting or whatever, 5-minute, whatever you wanted. Just send me an email. Hey, are you available Wednesday at noon or something? Just we can schedule something. I know sometimes that's a bit easier. Okay, so we're still on page 1. And then you'll see the pink in giant font. This is just to reiterate, this is an online class. You are all responsible for doing the work, which means, keeping up to date on watching the videos and the announcements that I post, and, the assignments that are due. So I will post for every lecture, for every PowerPoint, I will post a lecture a video that goes with it. Now you might be thinking, I don't need to watch those videos. That seems like a waste of my time. I'll just look at the PowerPoints. You're not going to get the same information. Most of the PowerPoints are very general, and you're going to need what I say or the context or the examples I give for a lot of it to make sense. This is analogous to students who think, well, I won't go to class. I'll only show up on exam days, when it's on campus. I've had students do this. They don't show up except for on exam days because I post my PowerPoints online. And so they think I don't need to actually show up in class. And every semester I have at least one student who does that. I only see him on exam days, and I've never had a student get better than a D. when they've done that. So just know, not that it's a hard class, but you're just missing so much information. And I'm taking the time to make these videos, so please watch them. But I can't monitor what you do. It's totally up to you. But I would say if you want to be successful in this class, you should do that. You should watch the video lectures along with accompany each PowerPoint. And I will be posting once a week, probably sometimes more, but video announcements that might be like 2 or 3 minutes long. It might just be a video saying, hey everyone, don't forget, blah, 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 assignments due on Wednesday, or a student emailed me a question. I thought everyone should know the answer because maybe you had the same question. I'll often post things like that. Okay. Required textbook. There is a required textbook. It is this book, Essentials in Biological Anthropology, Clark, Spencer, and Larson. Now your student copy, I don't know if it's the same cover. It might be different. It might be the same. I'm not sure. I think it's the same, but if it might not be. I don't know. Like if you go into CSN bookstore and you're like, or you do it online and you're like, I'm in Anth 102. It'll like, as long as it's this book, Essentials in Biological Anthropology. Now this is the 4th edition. Which obviously it's the most recent edition, so it's more expensive. If you are thinking, well, I'm going to get the 3rd edition or the 2nd edition because it's cheaper, you can do that. I cannot monitor that. That is totally up to you. Like if you wanted to order it on Amazon or what's the other one? Abe Books, Chegg, any of those, you can do that. However, double check that there aren't any major changes or differences between the editions. So like for example, if I've assigned chapter 5 and 6 to read, but in your edition that's really chapters 3 and 4 or something, you want to make sure that you're not reading the wrong stuff. So check with a friend who's also in the class or Google it or something. But that's really up to you. I've done that before in classes where like the older edition's like way cheaper. Sometimes you go back 2 editions and it's like $7 versus like $107, so I totally get it. However, this is the nice thing, is that if you decide to purchase it through the CSN bookstore, CSN and the publisher have a deal where like when you get the book and usually it's like got plastic or whatever, somewhere in that packaging or like in the cover or something, because this is what they've told us at least. This is new. They just started this semester for the 102 course. There should be some kind of access code for you. So I have that linked in our Canvas shell. If you go to modules, which is where these videos are, but also you'll see it says like textbook, ebook, or text ebook link or website or something. I have it linked. So when you click on that link, it should take you to like the publisher's like login, and then you can use whatever the access code that you get. You should be able to use that to log in. However, if you decide I'm going to buy this book through Amazon, it's not going to work that way. You won't have access to the ebook version per the website that I've set up in Canvas, because that's like through the deal that CSN bookstore has with the publisher. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So you can buy the book wherever you want. If you buy it through the CSN bookstore, you get that extra thing of having the ebook, which is cool. But if you don't, that thing does not work the same way. At least as far as the way they've explained it. Now you might find another deal, like maybe there is a deal through Amazon where you get an ebook option. I don't know. All I know is through the CSN bookstore, they've had this deal, and so it's really up to you. Some people don't care about the ebook, or I don't care. I prefer a book in my hand. Some people prefer the other one. It's really up to you. And sometimes you can just, I'm pretty sure you probably even just go on Amazon and purchase just the ebook of this. Sometimes that's cheaper. I did that. I've done that many times. So I get it. It can be expensive, especially if you're taking multiple courses. I totally get it. Okay. Scrolling. Course description, course objectives. These are per the anthropology department. You guys can read those. Those are just, what should you expect to learn in this class? What at the end of the class when you have, finished it, what should you have expect to remember? What are the key things you pulled out of the course? That's all there. But the most important, probably one of the important parts, is the course schedule. So if you scroll down, we're on page 2, you'll see that there is a date, then the topic that we'll be talking about, and then the book chapter that is, relevant to that class discussion. So you'll see on 8.6, there's introductions and syllabus, and then there will also be a video on anthropology, and that's chapter 1 of the book. Now I get that sometimes maybe you're I didn't even know what book I needed till 3 days ago or something, or you knew what book you needed, but you're still waiting for financial aid to come through, or you order the book and it's just taking forever. Like, I get that. So don't stress. You're like, I don't have the book. You know, the first exam isn't for a while. So if you don't get the book until like week 3, you can always just go back and read those chapters. You know, don't stress so much about that. All of these will be posted. So like I said, I'm going to keep this as like a Wednesday class. So very likely I will post the PowerPoints and videos that accompany those PowerPoints probably by Tuesday, maybe even like Monday, just depends. Usually I'll probably very likely record like on Sundays or Mondays, and then post them like on Mondays and Tuesdays. So that if you sit down on like Wednesday night, like your time for this class, you will have all of that information available, or those tools available to you. Okay, so if you're scrolling through the course schedule, you'll see, like I said, the date, what we're talking about in class, you know, on the videos, the corresponding chapter, and then you'll see some stuff in bold, and that is what is due that day. Either, like, for example, like on 9/9, you'll see there's a syllabus quiz. I'll go over what that is in a second. But also, like, for example, 9/16, you see it says due article review 1, and then it lists what the article is. So when there's something that's due, it's due that date, and you have until 11:59 that night. So on 9/16, the article review is due for the article, The Primate Palate. You have until 11:59. Sorry, I think I got the hiccups. 11:59 that evening or that night to turn it in. So if you keep scrolling, you'll see like exam. Now we're on page 3. You'll see the exams. You'll see when we're watching documentaries, you know, in class. Also look at 10:21. It says class discussion on research paper requirements. So what I'll end up doing is I will post a short video on the research paper in more detail. Like you have instructions, like a document instructions, but I will post like a short video just kind of going over it a little bit better in more detail for you guys. 11:11, no class, keep scrolling. Okay, so that should all be pretty straightforward, but you get to the part where it says grading. So you'll see we have exams, article reviews, research papers, documentary, easy points, documentaries, the syllabus quiz, and participation. And it's out of a nice 1,000 points. So at the end of the semester, if you're getting in the 900s, you know you're getting an A. If you're getting something in the B hundreds, oh my God. The 800s, you know you're getting a B, and the 700s, you're getting a C. That should be pretty easy. I've had classes where like the total's out of like 532 or something like ridiculous, makes no sense. So this is out of a nice round number. And now if you scroll below that where it says assignments, now we can actually talk about what is required of you for these assignments. So these descriptions are pretty self-explanatory. So for the first one, the article reviews. There are 4 article reviews that are due throughout the semester. If you go into Canvas and Files, there's a folder that says Articles. There are 5 articles in that folder. Now there are only 4 assignments. That's because the very last one you do at the very end of the semester is actually 2 really short articles together. But there are only 4 assignments. Now in the folder in Canvas, they're just like listed in alphabetical order. That's not the order to do them in. You have to look at the course schedule. Like I said, like if you're looking, hello, why isn't this working? Okay. If, like for example, if you're looking at 11/4, so November 4th, it says due article review 3, and it says right there, the human genus. That's the name of the article you would do. December 2nd, it says due article review 4, so the 4th one. That's where it's the 2 short articles. You'll see they're both listed. So they're all listed there for you. Okay. So what do you actually have to do for the article review? It's a brief, just as it says right there, 1-page double space, so not that long. Please do not do this. Please do not give me like your name, the semester, the campus you're on, the date, my name. Like I don't need this giant heading, and then you start writing and you write like 4 sentences. You're like, well, I went to the end of the page, yeah, like because half the page was BS. You didn't need to put your name or put like the article title, whatever. Some very brief heading, like no more than 1 line. It just needs to be probably just your name is fine. And then give me a full page. If it's like 1 line short of the page, I'm not gonna fail you or something, but give me a full page. And don't adjust the font, don't adjust the margin. Like I'm gonna notice that. This is not a very difficult assignment at all. In fact, 1-page double space is like 2 paragraphs, that's not that much. And then I have listed in bullet points what I actually want you to, like what the summary should entail. So First bullet point, a brief summary of the content of the article, straightforward. The bullet point number 2, what is the most important thing, the most important point that the article makes? So in parentheses I have, if I asked you, narrow down the article in like 1 to 2 sentences. If someone asked you, I don't want to have a whole summary, just tell me in 1 sentence or maybe 2, what is the main point? What is the point the author's trying to make? What is the main point? That's what I want to see. And I know then I will know that you actually read it and you understood it and you can, tell me that information. And then the third bullet point, how does this relate to any of our class discussions? So how does it relate to things I've talked about in the videos? That's pretty much it. And like I said, with the video announcements before the first one, I'll probably announce, hey everyone, don't forget, first article review is due on Wednesday. Email me if you have any questions. So, and of course you can always feel free to email me. Okay, next thing, research paper. You do have to write a research paper, 3 to 4 pages. I hope you don't think that's too long. In fact, I'll tell you that some of my colleagues who are teaching this class require their students to write like a 10-page or 12-page paper, even at the intro level. So I'm not doing that to you. 3 to 4 pages is I feel like it's very appropriate for the intro course. 3 to 4 pages, double space, times room, like all the standard stuff. A minimum of 5 peer-reviewed articles as sources. You could pick any topic as long as it's a topic that we have talked about or will talk about in this class. So basically, if you took the syllabus right now and you picked any of those topics, or you looked through your textbook and you picked any of those topics, that's totally fine. You don't need to email me and ask me, is this topic okay? I trust you on that. I hope that's not a bad decision. I'm going to trust you guys on that. Like I said, as long as you see it mentioned in the syllabus or it's mentioned in the textbook, you can write on that. And just, even now, even early in the semester, because it's not due till the end of the semester, but even earlier in the semester, kind of be thinking like, I wonder, maybe I'll write about Neanderthals or something, It can't hurt to just kind of brainstorm your ideas. But like I said, I will post a video, I even have it on the course schedule. 10/21, we'll have a class discussion on the research paper. So I will post a video dedicated to just talking about the research in more detail, the paper, the requirements, some helpful writing tips, what I mean by peer-reviewed sources. So I will have a whole video dedicated to that. But also like I said, in Canvas, in files, there should be a file that says research paper, and there's a document that explains this as well. So plenty of different tools for you to use to do well on that assignment. And that is due, if you look at the course schedule, that's due November 25th. So plenty of time. That's the most difficult assignment probably in this class, and it's not even that difficult, so. Okay, keep going. And just like before, docx, PDF. Do not give me something in a Google Doc. Do not, I don't have a Mac. Do not give me a .pages. I will not be able to open it. Do not give me a Google Doc. I've had students, I've said this before, Google Doc is fine. And then students will send me one and it's locked or I can't access, just don't. You should be able to convert anything to a PDF. If you are not sure, just reach out to me and we will figure it out. But don't just send me a .pages and think, well, I sent it to her. I can't open it. I don't know what you did. So do not do that. And that's for the article reviews and the research paper. You can submit those to me via CSN email, or Canvas email messaging. Either one's fine. Syllabus quiz. Okay. There is a quiz that is set up in Canvas. So on the left-hand side of the screen, if you look, it says, quizzes. In fact, if you look now, it should be there, but you shouldn't be able to click on it because it's not open, but I think you might still be able to kind of see it. That'll open on the day. Ooh, Waffle. Waffle's got allergies. You okay? Did you guys hear that snotty? Oh, no. Okay. So the syllabus quiz for this class, let me scroll back up. It is on September 9th. So you have the entire day. I think I have it scheduled from 7 a.m. until 11:59. So you pretty much have the whole day on that day. So if you work in the morning, you can do the quiz in the afternoon. If you work in the afternoon, you can do the quiz in the morning. It's up to you. It is timed. You have 30 minutes, but most of you probably won't take any longer than 6 or 7 minutes to do it. It's really not that difficult, but it is timed. Once you start it, you have to complete it in that 30-minute time frame. But like I said, you can do it at any point during the day. At least that's how I have it set up. Sorry, scrolling. Okay. So it's a syllabus quiz. I do not expect you, please God, you don't need to memorize the syllabus. I expect you to have the syllabus up like on your screen while you're doing this quiz. This is easy points for everyone. It's worth 50 points. Usually most people get 50. Sometimes they get the occasional person who just like misreads a question and they get a 45. But I've never had anyone get below an A- on the syllabus quiz. The whole point of it is, I just want you to know that for any question that you might have, you're 95% of the time you are going to find the answer to that question in the syllabus. You don't need to email me every single little question. If you email me, I will probably answer. But at some point, I'm probably just going to say that's in the syllabus on page 3 or something. So look on the syllabus first. And now it's very convenient. You can Control F in the Word document, and then you can just find whatever you're looking for. So the syllabus quiz. So when you take that, you can print the syllabus out, have it next to you. You can have it pulled up with the screen next to you, and then you can just answer those questions. The whole point is that it's a easy first assignment for you, easy points, get you kind of in the groove of the semester, and then you've learned, hey, I see per this quiz all these different types of questions. I can find all this information in the syllabus. That's the whole point of it. Easy points. Documentaries, keep scrolling, documentaries. There will be 2 documentaries to watch in the class when it gets time, probably the weekend before we watch them. I will post the link. I think both of them, one of them is on YouTube, one of them is on something, I'll figure it out. But I'll post those for you so you can watch them. And you'll turn in notes, and I'll talk about that on a video announcement. Easy points. And you get to watch a movie. Exams, there are 3 exams. Those will be posted 3 days prior to their due date, so you will have 3 full days. Obviously, open book, you have 3 full days. They are a short answer essay. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, the instructions on the exam are very clear. So when it's time for you to access that document, you'll go into obviously our Canvas shell, files, exams, and it'll be like exam 1, exam 2. You'll just open up that document and follow the directions, and then you would turn that in. So you would have 3 full days to do that. So you can type it out, proofread it, think about it, come back, maybe do one question one day, another question the second day. But I also will post a study guide 5 days before the exam is due. So you will have 2 days of kind of a document that has some information for you that you can be like, this seems like this is what she's going to ask us on the exam. And then when you get the exam, you'll have 3 full days, and you will have all of your notes, the lecture videos, the PowerPoints, your book, everything. So there's really no reason why people shouldn't be getting, A's and B's on these. A little bit of writing, but they're not excessively long. Okay, participation. So to calculate participation throughout the semester, you have 3 discussion posts that you need to do. Only 3 throughout the whole semester, only 3. This is just kind of gauge throughout the semester, you guys are kind of checking in, you are engaging a little bit with each other, and those due dates are posted. So for example, the first one, if you go to the course schedule, September 23rd, it says due, discussion prompt number 1. So you would go into our Canvas shell where it says discussions in the menu, click on that, and you'll see it'll say discussion prompt number 1. And I think I have it open 3 days before that, or 4 days, something a few days before. You would have a block of time to do the assignment. There's going to be a question, maybe 2, and very clear directions for you on that. And you only have to do that 3 times throughout the semester. So very easy points for you guys. Okay, sorry, scrolling back down. Okay, so that's it. Okay, if you missed assignments, if you get overwhelmed with something, you're like, oh, I totally forgot about that article review, it was due yesterday, you still can turn stuff in late. It'll be marked, oh, waffle, my snotty girl. Baby okay? Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, so you can, it'll only be marked down 10% per day. So even if you're like, oh, it's 3 days late, I might as well not do it. No, don't do that. You could still get it, if it's quality work, you could still get a C. Even 5 days late, F, 50% F. 50% F is better than a 0% F in terms of your final grade. So please, don't not turn something in just because it's late, especially if it's only a day or 2. with the exams, and some of the other things I have them timed, like in Canvas, like if you miss the exam turn-in date, or if you miss, a prompt, like a discussion prompt, you have to reach out to me. Like, and like, this is true for anything in this class. You're struggling with, writing in general. You're struggling with organization. You aren't clear on some of the topics. Please reach out to me, communicate with me. It's like, especially when it comes to some of the missed assignments. Don't think I'm going to be disappointed. I totally get it. We are all adults. Life happens sometimes. You have family or children. You have a job, maybe 2 jobs. You have multiple courses. Like, everyone's life is, especially now, like with everything that's going on, life gets a little hectic. I totally get it. But also don't expect to like not turn anything in and then at the end of the semester be like, I need an extension on everything. No, you need to be able to communicate with me. As long as you're reaching out to me, letting me know, hey, I know I kind of dropped the ball, but this thing happened at work. Can I get, 24-hour extension on the discussion prompt? Sure. Like, I'm going to work with you on that. I will always work with you on stuff like that. Okay, so there's a section on technology in the classroom. Obviously, that does not apply to us because we are all online, so just ignore that part. Extra credit, you can do as much extra credit as you want for my class. There are 2 options, although with the way things are going right now in the world, probably just option 2 is going to work for everyone. Basically, if you find a documentary on YouTube or Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or whatever, and it is related to this class in some way, I think I have it listed. If it's related to anthropology, biology, something, okay, I didn't write that, okay, but if it's related to like anthropology in some way, especially biological anthropology, if it's related to biology, send me a quick email. Hey, I saw this documentary called Neanderthals something on Netflix. Is this one okay for extra credit? And I will look up that documentary and I will say, looks good, go for it. Or I will say like, whoa, that has nothing to do with this class. You have to get it approved by me first. And then you would just follow the directions here for the extra credit where it says, what do I have here? 1 to 2 page, double spaced. So obviously include the name of the film, a brief summary, give me your opinion. I just want to know you watched it, you learned something. That's the whole point of it. And there is no limit on how many you can do. I get a lot at the end of the semester. People's grades are like, I can write between a C+ or a B-, or right between a B+ and an A-, and there's only 1 assignment left. So people like to do a little bit extra credit. Totally fine. Okay, then in green it says, obviously I have the right to change anything in the syllabus. Like sometimes things just happen mid-semester and we have to make some changes. I just have the right to change any of that. It's no big deal. Obviously you guys are not allowed to use my recordings for any other purpose, or record me, I don't know. Don't record the recordings, don't use my recordings, besides purposes for this course, obviously. So classroom etiquettes are not in the class, but when we do those discussion prompts, please be courteous to everyone. That is not, I expect and I hope with some of these discussion prompts, some interesting back and forth, some disagreements. That is one of the cornerstones of science, is that we can disagree, we can have a back and forth, we can have, heated discussions and a dialogue. That is totally expected. But we can still be respectful of each other in that. So that's the only point of that. I don't expect everyone to be like, we all agree on everything. No, that would be boring. We need to disagree. I encourage you guys to disagree and make each other think a little bit. But that doesn't mean we have to be rude to each other. And then the rest of this is like stuff that's, CSN, resources that you might need if you have, you need an accommodation through the Disability Resource Center and you have paperwork for me, please reach out to me, let me know. Academic integrity, please don't cheat. If I catch you cheating in this class in terms of like you plagiarized your paper, you copied it off Wikipedia, this has happened to me before with students, I have to report you. I don't want to have to report you. You don't want me to do that. It's a whole shit show. Just reach out to me. It's better for you to say, look, I fucked up. It's the paper's due tomorrow and I haven't done anything yet. We will work with each other. It's better for that to happen and me to say, well, if you turn it in by Friday, I'll give you, a C on it or something. Like, it's better for that to happen than for you to turn in this paper and think you're going to get it past me and I have to report you. Because I would say I'm pretty good at catching those. So just don't do it, okay? And then other stuff like you need counseling services or academic advising. All that information is there for you in the syllabus, library services, all that. It's all available. I'm just scrolling. That's all available to you. And then they had us add this new thing to the syllabus. This is towards the end. Sometimes in certain classes we might be discussing topics that make people uncomfortable, but that's the point of a university atmosphere, is that we're discussing topics that are problematic in negative and positive ways. We're having dialogue back and forth. We are discussing controversial topics. That is true for many courses in this class and in other courses. So it is up to me, the instructor, to decide what is okay and what is not. And I also expect you all to be respectful of each other in that process. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for the syllabus. And I will see you guys on the next video lecture. Bye.